It's Daniel Char here. I'm with Jill Schnoffer. This is our second interview. The last one we talked about her buying a property in Nassau, Bahamas. Right now, this video, we're going to go into a deep dive and more of the nitty gritty of the numbers in regards to her property. So Jill, thank you so much for joining us in this call.
No problem, Daniel. I'm more happy to be here than in Toronto.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm getting a frostbite already as we speak. So Jill, I know the last video that we filmed, you mentioned that you got a massive property for about $500,000, even with the conversion. So just a recap for anybody who's watching this and have not seen the previous video, do check out that previous video. But the last video we spoke of, a 1,400 square foot property in Nassau, Bahamas, is around $500,000 with the conversion, and we're talking about USD conversion. So Jill, when you rent out a property like this, how much are you bringing in? Like, how much is the cash flow?
Actually, Daniel, the cash flow is so much better than if you do it in Toronto. There's no question. I've invested in Toronto in real estate, and this is far better, partly because you're renting every week and it's such a popular destination. There's 4 flights a day direct from Toronto to Nassau all winter long. Okay, you've got WestJet, you've got Air Canada. So families come down, couples come down, and I'm getting, in winter months, I'm getting just over $2,000 US dollars a week.
$2,000 a week. So that's $8,000 a week. You said 2,000?
2,000 a week.
2,000. Yeah. So that's $8,000 US.
Yep.
So $8,000 US is about 10 grand.
Canadian, yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah. Right.
So we're talking about $120,000 in a year, cash. That's more than a salary
That's true.
For most people, right?
That's true.
So,
that's true, Daniel.
So I just want to touch on, so $500,000 property, and you're getting about $8,000 a month. What are your expenses like? What are the closing costs? What do people in Toronto need to know about to do a deal like this?
Okay, so the $2,000 a week is, I'd say, anywhere from December till end of March. And then you get, it's all around the school year, the calendar school year. And then you get July, August rates are very high as well. So I do have shoulder seasons in the spring and the fall where you're not getting as much as 2,000, but still the rent's very, very good. Again, the cost to buy here, much cheaper than Toronto. The closing costs are considerably more expensive, Daniel, but I've included that in the price of $500,000. You do have to pay the lawyers here a commission. Believe it or not, lawyers do very well here. They charge about 2.5% commission on the purchase price. Yeah. So it's pretty big.
Dang. So they're making it over 10 grand.
The lawyers do very well here. They live in the most expensive communities down the road. That's right.
And they didn't have to find the property.
That's right.
Wow.
And then you have to pay commission to the realtor, even if you're buying, you pay part of their commission. So yeah, definitely higher closing costs, but again, still further ahead than Toronto, I would say.
Wow. So, do you have any downtime? Like, I know you said that it's less busy, but do you ever have time where you just can't rent to anybody, or it's consistent, just a little slower?
Again, I call it the shoulder season, spring and fall.
Oh, okay.
It's only a couple months, and I bought here end of April, and I was here tidying things up, getting it ready, and I rented for May already. So every month I've had someone here. Daniel, it's a matter of, what you do with your pricing. So you just watch the market. Like, I watch how much the hotels are charging. I'm seeing how full they are, and that gauges me what to charge and how full I'm going to be. But every month I've had someone here. I've even had someone here for a month as well at a time. So it's been very consistent. Got
it. Do you need a special license for that? Like an Airbnb license or anything? So you just pay a fee, they take care of everything, like a management fee?
Yeah, they pay, I pay a yearly fee to VRBO, and it's well worth it. You save a bit on the commissions because I'm renting so often. I'm also on Airbnb, and they just take a small percentage of the rent. It's still very good service.
So this is pretty much like turnkey, right? Like, you buy it, you set it, put it on the website, and then they take care of everything, and then you just make your fee whenever somebody books, right?
Yeah. And then of course I have condo fee here, insurance fees, but again, they're comparable to Toronto condo fees.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, nobody's cash flowing in Toronto.
No, I guess not.
No. Yeah, we're just taking money and burning it. Anybody who's buying.
Say that.
Yeah. No, you know what? For anybody who's bought a property in Toronto in the last 15 years, they did really, really well.
For sure.
The only
For
thing
sure.
that I question is people who are coming in right now. They say that it's going to get a lot hotter, which I think it will, but it is a lot tougher to cash flow today. You got to put a massive down payment just to cash flow. So a lot of people who are buying condos right now in downtown Toronto, they're negative in the cash flow, and they're only
Right.
looking at appreciation. So what
Right.
I'm getting from you is that in Nassau, you're not going to see that massive appreciation, but
Yeah.
it's that
True.
that monthly cash flow to pay
Yeah.
off the mortgage. That's what you're really looking at, and you
Yeah.
got a
Another.
property
And you're
in
here.
the sun.
That's right. And
Yeah,
I'm here a lot.
yeah.
Another point too about financing, Daniel, it's better to send your money down here. Like you don't even want to apply for money here. It's better to just like we did. We got a second mortgage, get the financing in Canada. The rates will be better. It's much easier. So definitely get the financing in Canada, which I'm sure you
Uh,
can help with.
yeah. So did you just refinance your house
Yeah.
altogether, or you did a second mortgage?
Yeah. I just sort of did refinance the house. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
very simple
so even
process.
so when someone refinances their house, and if they had to pay higher rates in Canada, you still think that it's worth it. You're still gonna be net positive over
Oh yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Would
the
you
rent's so
recommend
high in the
this?
market here. Yeah.
Would you recommend this to instead of something like in Windsor, Waterloo, and all those other places in Canada where you could buy property a lot for a lot less money? Like I know in Windsor you could buy a property for about $240,000. You're going to be cash flowing. What's your take on going to Nassau instead? Like I think the biggest thing is a mindset,
Yeah.
um,
True.
a
True.
shift for somebody who's never done it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I want to spend time here. I'm happy doing that. I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm really used to it, but I'm happy to walk someone through it and tell them what it's like. And really it's a lifestyle choice. Do you want to spend more time in a warm climate? That's how me decide, hands
That's your
down. That
sell.
was easy. That was
There
my
you go.
why. Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
don't enjoy
Okay.
Toronto winters anymore.
Yeah. So I got it. I got it. So basically, you buy a place that's a lot more affordable outside in the sun. You're getting paid in U.S. currency. You're cash flowing right away. You get the financing from Canada,
Yeah.
and you get a place, a vacation home that you get to pick and
Ah,
choose. Right?
that's
Wow.
right. I
Sounds
love it.
okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions for you. So, I guess anybody who's watching, if you have any questions more to do with buying a property in Nassau, contact Jill. And Jill, any last words?
No, thank you so much for this, Daniel. I'm happy to have the interview. I appreciate it. And I look forward to interviewing you coming up pretty soon in Toronto when I get back in February.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jill. Enjoy that warm weather and
Will
come back
do.
to this one.
Okay, take
All
care. See
right.
you soon.
Take care. See you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.